retirement from competition. You said, quote, "I don't want all the pressure of competing anymore, all the scrutiny."
When I decided to stop competing, it was 1999. I had done it for 20 years of my life, and it basically was my existence. In 1999, I pretty much decided at the beginning of the year that was going to be my last year of competition. And then at the X Games, I did the first 900. I had probably one of my best years in terms of other competitions, across the board. And I thought, that's it. That was a good out. That's a good end to the competition. And the hardest thing was that because I left on such a high note, all people thought was that I was leaving completely. I was retiring, and that was the hardest. That was the hardest title to defend, because people said, "You retired." Well, no, I'm not retiring. I'm just doing all these other things that I can do now with my schedule, because I'm not chasing these competition points all year.
Well, then it's different if you're a baseball player or a football player.
It's way different. And in skateboarding,
because you can retire, just to make the distinction, you can retire from competition, but you can still skate in exhibitions
and
skate
be even
all the
more
time.
Successful.
Right. Whereas if you retire from baseball or football, that's it.
You're not playing pickup games down the street.
Right. At 18 years old, you were quoted as saying maybe you could see yourself doing it for another 5 years. What do you think changed?
Well, the idea that you had to quit skating into your adult life was always put on us because of the generation before us. They had to quit because they weren't able to make a living at it. So once they reached an age of responsibility, they had to get jobs. Skating was not going to provide for them. When I was in my 20s, skating started to take a dive, and I realized, well, that's the position I'm in. I'm not going to be able to do this into my adult life because I can't make a living at it, and I'm going to have to do something else. And that's when I started doing video editing on the side, sort of freelance. As skating came back in a big way, in its biggest way, in the late 90s, I was still actively doing it. I was starting to compete. I did really well. I realized I could do this into my adult life because the opportunity was there. And I think that's what changed is the opportunity.